Hi, so what we have here is a 42-inch organ or cannon bar. We don't know because there is no markings on it, but it's got the distinctive cannon feel, big fat belly and whatnot. So it might be a cannon, but as far as I know, the rails weren't quite as nicely machined and as hard as what cannons normally are. But it's an older one. As you can see, it's a big mount Stihl. It's had some modifications for other oilers. But what we're running into now is it had some chipping around the front here, and these tips are no longer available. So what we've done is we've welded up the front of it here to fit a steel tip on it instead. And I've gone through and welded this up with a hard-facing rod, like a Stihl Alloy 6, I believe, which is a cobalt hard-facing rod. And I've already kind of roughed in the groove using my bar groove grinder and roughed up the sides and everything. And I've gone ahead and marked my center line for the tip and marked where I want to cut it at. I'm going to go ahead and get the tip roughed in here now, or get the tip put in so I can figure out how much or if I got enough weld on everything around on this side. As you can see, there's a few spots over here where I didn't quite get enough. So I might have to go back in and fill those up again. We'll see. When I put the tip on it, it looks like I got a fair amount of meat on it still. So I might be able to get away with grinding them out. So the difference between these two, you can obviously see there's about somewhere between 1/16 and an 1/8 of material you got to put back into the bar. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take two at welding this thing and see if I can keep my dumb head out of the camera this time. So I have the final sizing wheel here in my bar groove grinder that I made, and we're going to go ahead and finish the groove on this bar. It's pretty important on these things to make sure you start in on it and pull into the wheel. They can catch pretty quickly and toss these bars right out of your hand. Tell right down here by the tip where I've got all the new weld in and I just roughed in the groove and it's a lot tighter. The rest of it I had pinched down the rails a little bit, and I always like to go back through and over pinch them a little bit and then grind them just a slight bit. So really kind of delicate process, but really helps out with the keeping the rails square and keeping it the chain from rocking for a good amount of time. In the end, I usually just take a nice piece of this is a piece of Stihl chain. It's in good health, brand new. You can see it slides through this groove really nicely, and there's hardly any rock. So it's probably better than the day it was born. So here's the finished product. As you can see, you can just barely see the weld mark right there. That's where I stopped my weld at. All the rest finished up really nice. You can see that I added about an 1/8 inch of material here. It's the same on the other side. This side, I was able to keep my weld mark a little bit nicer. Same again, about an 1/8 inch.